Welcome to this next part of your Petals course. This input video covers the main practical activity of the Petals course, which is the micro-teaching session. During your micro session, you'll deliver a 30-minute session to 5 or 6 of your peers and also to your tutor. During this process, you'll need to plan, deliver and also assess your session. And this video will guide you through each stage of this process, and it will also look at the resources that are available on Moodle to help you with your micro session. Your first task before the session is to produce a session plan. This plan can be from your scheme of work for your professional subject, or on the other hand could be a plan to do with a hobby or an interest outside your professional base. The lesson plan must be for a 30-minute session. So 30 minutes is the length of your micro-teaching session. We've provided you with a template lesson plan to use. So do please go to Moodle, download this template lesson plan and make sure that that's the one you use for your micro-teaching session. Let's have a look through the requirements of that template plan. First of all, you'll see that at the top there are general details on the session. Your name as the teacher, the room you're going to deliver it in, and the time and date of your micro-teaching session. Then there's the time, the duration and the topic that the session is going to be about. After that, you're going to be putting your lesson aims. This is a brief generic description of what you want to achieve in the session. Here, imagine that you're explaining the topic and the purpose of your session to an intelligent friend. Make sure that this is written from your point of view in terms of what you wish to achieve. Then you will list the learning outcomes. These need to be SMART. So in other words, they should be specific and they should be measurable. Make sure that you've looked at the Bloom-Petty document on the writing of SMART outcomes. In your outcomes, you are listing what you expect the learners to be able to do. So what will they be able to achieve and demonstrate that they have learnt during your session. Then you're down to the main body of the lesson plan, which gives you the detailed timings and activities that the learners and yourself are going to be able to undertake during the session. First of all, there are the timings. So down in the left-hand column, write your timings. At 5 minutes you will do this, at 10 minutes you will do that, and so on. Next to that are the teacher activities. So what are you going to be doing at every stage of the micro-teaching session? Then we move on to the learner activities. So what are the learners going to be doing in terms of practical activities, theory activities, and also in terms of assessment? You'll also need to be noting the resources that you're going to be using and how you're going to assess the learning. So ensure that you've had a look at the exemplar lesson plan and use the template provided to create your lesson plan. Then you will actually deliver your micro session at college. 30-minute session, you'll be given time to set up before the session, and I will be on hand to help you with any IT or any resources or any moving of equipment or furniture that is required. So you'll have plenty of time to set up your session beforehand. Then you'll deliver your 30-minute session to 5 or 6 of your peers, and they'll take part in the activities that you outline for the session. Now let's look at the self-evaluation stage of the micro process. After you've delivered your session, you will have the feedback from your tutor, myself, and also the feedback from all of your peers who took part in the session as learners. Also, you'll have a chance after the session to reflect on how you think the session went, what you think went well and what you might change if you did it again. You'll use all of these things to put together a short report of between 150 and 250 words, which is your self-evaluation of the micro session. Here you should focus on the teaching and learning approaches and strategies that you used, how you assessed whether learning had taken place, and the resources that you used during the micro-teaching session. What parts of the session went particularly well from your point of view? What do you think you might change or do differently? Here you should use your own reflections, my tutor feedback, and the feedback from your peers, who are your learners, to produce your self-evaluation. If we take a look at the Moodle site, you'll see that I've set up a bank of resources that you are free to use to help you when you're planning your session. You may already have a session and a topic in mind and might also have some experience in writing aims and outcomes. You might have some resources or strategies planned already. That's absolutely great if you have. You can feel free to discuss them with your peers on the forum, which is at the top of this Moodle section. If you haven't got much of an idea what you want to do at the moment or how you might go about it, then you might find some of the activities and resources on this section of Moodle will help you decide what to do. As ever, if you've got any questions or concerns about the micro session, whether it be planning, delivery or evaluation, I've set up a Moodle forum where you can chat with your peers, or you can contact me on email in the usual way. I hope you enjoy the planning and delivery of your micro teaching session, and I look forward to seeing it.